What's up, Nerfers? My name is Jay. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas. I know I did. And speaking of Christmas, do you guys ever put like something on your list that you know you're not going to get, but your mom is just bugging you to put more things on your list, so you're just like, okay, fine. And you kind of put one of those Hail Mary type of gifts. You know you're never going to get it, but, you know, never hurts to try. Well, I did, and basically what I got was this thing. So this is the rival Phantom Core Prometheus. This is a pricey blaster, and I'm just going to say that right off the bat. That's why I'm not buying it myself. I put it on my Christmas list because I can't afford this. It's, I believe it's marked at about $200 right now, where I'm seeing it at least. So if you want to spend that kind of money, this is going to be an unboxing and review video, so I'll tell you whether or not it's worth it. So I'm going to open it up right here and probably lay it out in front of me and just lift it up, whatever's easiest at this point. But, oh my god, this thing is absolutely absurd. Okay. Pardon me while I struggle. But what else is new, right? Alright, so in the package you receive your Prometheus. I dropped something, I don't know what that was. I think that was the bandolier for it. But we're going to go ahead and cut this all out. Alright, so here is the Prometheus as it appears in the package. You've got the entire blaster. This is absolutely absurd. Now there appears to be some type of safety switch right here, and there's a dual trigger system. You gotta squeeze both, I guess. The handle in and of itself is very meaty. It's very comfortable. We'll go over all that once, you know, I have this out of the package, but let's go ahead and open it up and actually get to it. Alright, so we'll get that out of the way. And there it is. Everything taken out of the box. So for what this is, it's surprisingly lightweight. Like, it's seriously easy to just hold this with one hand. Granted, I'm a little bit stronger than most. Not to toot my own horn or anything, but it's a little bit easier for me to lift things. So these, I almost dropped it. These just kind of snap into place. Yep. Nice. Now let's remove this real quick. Now this right here is your battery. And I'm not actually sure how to charge it. Oh, okay, it comes with a little plug thing. So I've gotten everything out of the box, and included in the box is your bandolier and carrying handle, your instructions, which we don't need those, your charging cord, and a red and blue tag. Now, just taking a look at the blaster itself, and I'm just shooting like this because it's probably the best way to actually get a view of the whole blaster. Now, looking at the blaster itself, from front to back, we've got our, you know, plug-in area for the handle right over here. We've got our barrel assembly and all that fun stuff. We have our hopper, which pops out and reveals a jam door situation here, so you can access the flywheels as well as this whole mechanism here. And it looks like these things are agitators, and there's a whole conveyor belt in there that feeds into the flywheels. So you can easily access and clear any jams when you need to, but if you don't need to, it's really easy to put this back in and just clamp it down in place. There is a hatch, so you can just refill everything. Also included, of course, are 200 rival rounds. Now, moving back a little bit, we've got the whole handle mechanism here. Now, it's got a power light on the top, which is really cool. It gives you an indicator of how your battery is doing. So you've got a safety mechanism. When it's pushed forward, it means it will not fire, and the trigger and rev trigger and actual trigger cannot be depressed. When you push it back, that means it's ready to fire, and it will fire. So we're going to do a firing demo, and then we're going to bring it back to FaceTime, and I'll tell you what I think of this blaster out of the box.
way too much fun right now.
So we're getting some special guests in here to do the
God,
firing demo for me.
Okay, oh my god, this is so great.
Cleanup is gonna be a nightmare. Rate of fire is pretty good. So, my thoughts on this blaster. I'm gonna start with the cons. The biggest con that I can see right off the bat is just that you're going to have to pick up all of those rival rounds after you've fired them. That's pretty much it. I'm sure as I use this more, I'll discover some of the quirks and, you know, some of the subjective-y kind of cons to this. But besides being a two-handed blaster, being large and, you know, kind of unwieldy, you can actually one-hand this, or at least I can. But, you know, that... You can't say that for everyone. But yeah, other than that, the only con I found is that you're going to have to pick up 200 rival rounds once you've emptied your hopper. As far as the pros, rate of fire, super fast right out of the box. No jamming issues that I noticed from firing it. Operation is fairly simple. It's comfy in the hands. It feels good. It's got a nice weight to it. And all around, it's just really, really fun to use. So the big question here is whether or not it's worth that $200 price tag, and I would have to say yes, it probably is. It's kind of along the same vein as the Mastodon from the Mega line. It's just so beefy and massive that you just can't help but love it. Now, as far as like mod potential goes, I have to say that this probably does have a fair bit of potential. My biggest question right off the bat would be where you're going to store the battery, although I would say it wouldn't be too difficult to 3D print you know, a detachable battery thing right in there that you could store like a 3S LiPo in, but you know, this is going to be a bit of a hefty rewire, so I'm going to hold off on making one for now until I know what I'm doing. I would say though that one of the easy things you could do is just put a large bin right on the top here and just increase your capacity, because you know, if this is slung over your shoulder anyways and you're just firing from the hip, it's not gonna matter if there's something kind of bulkier in the way. It's not like you're aiming down the sights or anything, because there are none. But yeah, all in all, I am thoroughly pleased with this blaster. You guys can see from the firing demo video that my friends absolutely love it as well. It's just one of those blasters that's so absurd and so ridiculous that you just can't help but smile when you fire it. So yes, I would say that it is probably worth it. It depends on your budget, it depends on what you want to do with it, but if you're going for like a stock blaster that delivers, then this is going to be it. You get your money's worth. Now, of course, I'd recommend grabbing some knockoff rival rounds or something like that, but for the most part, this is absolutely a joy to use. I feel giddy whenever I fire it, so it gets the Nerf seal of approval in my book. But yeah, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate your continued following of my channel. It does mean a lot. I know I don't post a lot. I'm starting to work out some stuff with the Thunderdome Network, which I am a part of, so if you're not subscribed to them, please do so. If you're not subscribed to me, why aren't you subscribed to me yet? What's wrong with you? Get it together. Anyways, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it, and as always, I will see you guys later.